Hi everybody, Heidi here, your Yorkshire Crafter. Welcome to my channel. Thank you ever so much for joining me. I really do appreciate you taking time out to be with me. Today's date is Saturday the 21st of March 2026 and it is 11:45. That's flown this morning. Right, as you know, I like to make my own backgrounds, but then I end up with all this. Remember that one? We're going to use that now. That was an accident one, like when we did these. This has worked perfect for what we're doing today. What you want is a piece of scrap with a contrasting piece. Now they're probably not contrasting enough, so I would say like that, because you've got the colour with. That'd be perfect actually. So I will show you what we're going to do. We're not using this one, but I'll probably make that one up anyway. That's really good. That'll work perfect. So yeah, just panels. I've got uggins and uggins and uggins of panels of all sorts. So I'm working on the other bits as well, but I thought I'd do a first video on using up scraps. These pieces I always keep to the side. I only put full pieces of card in my card supply thing. So we've got, yeah, I've just put them in colour wise. So we've got all the bluesy purples together. Now I'll show you how, because that's already marked up. That'll go perfect with that. It would even go perfect with that though. So you could do two. So I'm going to show you some ways to use them. Well, anyway, we're going to use this one. And we're also going to use, I've just done one with that, which I'll show you after. So I'm going to use that one. I thought I had some pink or yellow. I do have some yellow. Let's see a look. I'm going to work that with that. What we're doing is the same, but I'm going to show you that you can just do a plain panel as well. You don't have to have two panels. We'll do that with that one. That with that one. And that with that, because then we don't have to. I'm just seeing which one's got most texture on. Look. I don't know if it's too obvious. I like them together. Let's go then. So all these will go back in the drawer, waiting. Well, it's not a drawer, it's a box actually. So let's get started. Even these, I don't like that bit there, but I'm going to cut a panel out. So I only need that, and that would be perfect anyway. I mean, I like all that one. And that's just stunning. Look at that. Get two out of there. In fact, I'm going to swap that out, I think. I'm going to go that one. Right, let's get started. So I'm using Master Layout 1 to cut all these panels. I'm using the inner. And I've cut black mat out. I'll have to cut some more because I only cut two. I thought I were only doing two cards. We'll see how many I get done. Pick a piece which you like best. Don't forget I'm working with the yellow. I'm going to go this side. So that'll come in for something else. I am going to take a piece of yellow from here. We may not get to this one, but I can show it you done. I've already done that one. It's very simple what we're doing. It's just to stop waste. It sits there or it goes in the bin eventually. So, which bit do I want from this? I want a lot of pink in it, I think. I'm going to take that. So I haven't just got the tealy colour then. Right. I am going to cut these out using my Spellbinders Platinum. Platinum 6, should I say. That's one. Looks better cut down already, doesn't it? That is 2. That's awesome. That is 3. I could have cut them down before, but I wanted to show you they literally were scraps. It's not something I've made. I have loads of these. Right, there is something I want to check because we're using already coloured card. I want to know, this is black, I might not even be using black. Oh, do it there. I just want to make sure, I want to see if it's going to bleed any further. We could very well get away with that. I don't know if I'm using black. I think I am because it gives the biggest impact, but that's fine, it hasn't bled anymore. So, what we're going to do first of all is on each panel, you want a T ruler or a ruler. Now, when you're doing 2, it is important that they are matching, as in measurements, because you're going to alternate them. You are going to potentially, well, not potentially, this is what you're going to have. Oh, good job I picked these up. We've got something to do before we cut them. Now, also, well, I'll talk about that when we get to it. You don't have to cut them like I am. So, I've got 2 backgrounds out. I never take this off the back of here. Don't need to. This is Catherine Pooler. I've had this a while. I don't know if they always give a date. I can't see a date. It's called Flower Power. No, I can't see a date. What I have seen though is it looks like you could already see what I stamped on it yesterday, and I stamped in purple. Oh no. So I'm going to try just to see if the yellow, you know what we got, the lemonade, look at the colour of it already. Can't win me, can I? I want to know if it'll stand out. So if I take a, yeah, that's going to be just enough, is that? That's perfect. So I'm going to put the yellow down. I'm hoping it's not going to pick that purple up. It's not showing it. I've got loads of backgrounds, but this was the one that worked best for me. I'm going to take that piece of scrap back, and I'm going to try and lay this down without any smudging. Okay. There we go. Look nice in yellow, wouldn't it? So yellow on yellow, let's have a look. Oh, it's plenty. Hey, it looks all right. I don't think it goes with that now. It weren't going with that, it was going with this. No, I don't like it now. I wonder what pink would look like on it. Yeah, it's spoilt in my head what I thought it was going to look like. But there you go, that's just how it is. That is also why I never ever, well, besides the fact I don't know how, but I never ever edit a video. Let's see. I'll have to cut another piece out, but that's okay. Where did I put it? I bet there isn't enough on there. I may get away with it. I'll give it a go. Let's cut it out. No, it's not. I'm going to have to get another piece out. It won't fit. Looks like I've just got one piece left now. This may all go to pot. Let's try it. Got my piece, same size. Yeah, I don't like that yellow on yellow at all. Just shows, doesn't it? So if we was to try pink on yellow, it's very harsh. Or we can try the Versamark, which is just watermark. I think that might be the best way. I really do like the pink, but I think it's going to be too shocking. I don't know what to do. I'm going to go for the Versamark. I don't even know if I'm liking the colour choice at all now, but you know what? What is it? It is what it is. Just one more try of something. Second generation, let's have a look. Yeah, I think that might work. Does that work with that? It's not going with that. I'm going with the Versa. So this will just give it its own watermark, if you like. So where's that panel? That's the panel. Oh look, it won't matter, it won't affect it. We'll use that for the bottom corner, it's perfect. That's fine, I'm happy with that now. So the other thing we need is this one. Even though we might not get it done, I'm going to do it with purple because I did and it worked perfect. That's these two together. So I used the new Wisteria Purple. Funny how it works with some and not with others, isn't it? I'm going to put that on there. Uh-oh. Perfect. Looks good that, doesn't it, on there with purple. So that's with that. Perfect match. Move that out of the way. Now the other one I got out, I don't even think I've used it. Oh, I knew it'd be open at the side. That's what I do with all of them. It's text. Now, bearing in mind, I want, it's going to be sideways. Will that fit? Perfect. So again, I'm going to look at blue. And I'm going to do it on the opposite side and see what I think. And I like the blue with that. So I'm going to go with that. That's fine this time. I don't even know what this says, to be fair. So that's using the Adriatic Sea. Why not use the new colours? Oh, is my writing going to be backwards? Or is it already backwards? Soon find out. Totally changes that panel up, doesn't it? And that was just those mistake panels. Well, not mistake, sorry. A lucky find. Right. Perfect. That's absolutely perfect. I'm just going to move this to the side while we crack on. I do love a good background stamp. Oh, actually, I can put it away. That one is called Typewriter. Right. So now you need your ruler and your panels. So this was just my own working out. This is what I did. I was playing different ways. Oh, I did them from, I don't know where it is. I did them from here and did it that way. I did it from here and did it that way. But I ended up preferring this way. So this was doing different measurements. And I ended up just doing a simple one. So what I've done, now you will see a pencil, but it doesn't matter. Bearing in mind these need to be the same. So you're going to mark at 1 inch, 2 inch, 3 inch. That's it. Then you're going to turn it sideways and you're going to do the same. You're going to mark it down in inches. So 1, 2, 3, 4. So you need both of your matching pieces together to be the same. I mean, if I wasn't doing it for you, I'd just put it straight in the cutter and cut at these angles. So you don't have to do, if you trust yourself, you don't have to do these markings out. Do not worry about the pencil, it's not going to matter. You could do it in pen and it still wouldn't matter. 1, 2, 3, 4. I said I'd keep that bit in corner, so that's going to get covered up, to be fair. But while I've got these out, we might as well mark these up as well. So, 1. Can't beat a T-ruler for this. Turn it round. Every inch again. 3, 4. I want them to a bit darker. And then your last one. I'm going to make them a bit more obvious because of all the writing. 1, 2, 3. And if you do see them, they'll rub out anyway, but there's no reason why you should see them. 1, 2, 3, 4. Is that it? We're all done. Then you can either use your cutter like my big one that I've got, where you run the blade up and down that side, or I thought just for this it would be easier to come on here. So I'm going to put my pencil line level with this, with the cut, and each one is going to cut down to this point. Yeah, each one. So that's my first one. Put my point there, my bottom corner, and then get this pencil mark on the cut-in point, which is there. And that is my first one. Now move on to my second line. Put that point back in the corner. My second line there. Always check your point before you cut. Too much pencil showing. That's it. The point's good. That's good. So onto the third one. Get your pencil out your corner right. Last thing to do is check that this corner's right. This is very blurred to me up here because I can't see this far away. Really need to sort my eyes out. I can if I lean over, but I ain't gonna do that. Now we're moving down to the side. Still coming to this bottom corner here, where we're gonna cut. Make sure my line's where it should be. Moving on to the next one. The next one. So it's very simple. It's just about getting it in this corner. I mean, there is space for a little out because we're going to cover it up. So that is that one. We're now going to do the matching one for it, which is the yellow one in this case. So we're going to start at this top one again. That down this corner, you're doing the exact same cut. This time I'm going to line it up at this side. Same again, down to this corner. And cut on my pencil line. Same again. Moving down the side now. I know there is dies for these and you could well have the dies. I don't have the dies. I don't feel a need for it when I can do it myself. If I know I can do something myself, I'll never buy a die. Apart from to save me fussy cutting, of course. Then I might just buy a die, but that's just lazy. This is just, I see these things like this as a challenge, and I like a challenge. Good to keep my head being challenged. That should be right. And then the last one. Pencil line's too far in. That's spot on. So them ones are done. I'm just gonna slightly move it up because we might as well cut the other one while we've got it out. I mean, you don't have to keep them in order. You'll work out where they go anyway. So, same again. Now we know what we're doing. I will just cut this one. Do you my tummy again? It's just relentless now, isn't it? Now, like I say, if you're going to be doing just a one-piece one, because you can do this in a one-piece, which I've done. I do prefer the ones with using 2 pieces. You can use 3 pieces, 4 pieces. You know, of panels, I mean. You can use as many as you want. But I thought the one would be an easy place to start. So I did one. And I love it. It just wasn't a challenge. But all you would do is what we're doing now, just with one piece. Which is super duper simple, because you can't go wrong because they will all fit. Oh, that was a nice easy piece to cut. Again, always come down to this corner. A bit too much pencil. Saves throwing them away, doesn't it? Let's say we're going to do some more things. Not today. I could have done one of them videos where you do 20 cards out of scraps or whatever it is. But they're all very rushed. I am going to do more with more than one card. But I don't like to rush a video. I like to keep you busy. So you can keep me company. Or should I say I like to keep you company? That's better, isn't it? Same again. The pencil right. Nearly done. And then we're just going to put it together, which is very simple. You can't go wrong. What we're going to do, we're going to mat and layer it. And with mine, the mat and layer hasn't fit sometimes, so I've just had to cut the slither off, and it fits then. Nobody can tell that you had to cut a bit of your mat and layer off. Unless they know what size your mat and layer was supposed to look like. But I wouldn't know. They'd have to be looking pretty close to know that it were originally the right size. Last cut. Last one fit perfect. There we go. So we're cut. So what I'm going to do, I've got 2 mat and layers. This was just because I splattered after, it didn't matter because we're going to cover them up. But just before I stick them down, I want to make sure that I like the matte on the black. And I do, because look how it makes that pop. Plus, we're going to now do these in black. I need to cut 2 more of these. I need 2 for each, don't I? So, let me get the outer, which is here. A piece of Pink Frog cardstock. Best thing about this, I'll show you. Well, not best thing. Best thing for this now is I can fold that in half. Hopefully it'll still fit. And I can cut two at once because it's nice and thin. So I'll just put that through. There we go. I have my two matten layers. Now then, I've got these out. I must have thought that it was going to look better on a... No, it just doesn't stand out as much. If I get the card base. No, it definitely needs the black, I think. So I'm going to put some temporary tape down. Well, this is how it's actually going to be taped down. But you need to make sure that this corner is really covered. So we'll just do one of them. I might as well do the blue one, it's at the bottom. And I've got my black finger bob and my nocturne. I mean, you might think purple would look better or a dark blue, but because we're going on black, I'm going black. So I'm going to start with the pattern. You don't have to do this bit, but it just needs something between them, otherwise I just didn't like it. And then what you're going to do, it is easier if you can. So I think that looks good there. I think that's roughly the right size for my matten layer. So that, yeah, I'm too far up here, but I'll just cut a bit off the bottom after. So I'm okay with that. So starting with the same one on this side. Oh no, I didn't, did I? Yeah, my writing's going to be upside down. Oh, bother. Is it? I wonder. Yeah, it is. So whatever we're going to put in this corner, I might have to put in this corner. Otherwise, yes, my writing is 100% upside down. So these two are going to be odd. It's going to be weird. The other one will be fine. Oh, I thought I'd put a lot of thought into that then and got it right and all. Just shows you, doesn't it? So let's put these down. Once you've got one down, you're away. So that looks okay to me. Yeah, I'm still going to have to trim this one. But that tells me we're away now. So the next one on this side is going to fit here. And then that one that side. Unless you want to make it a single, which you'll put all them there, but with the black in between them. Can't believe I've done it upside down. Which means they're both going to be upside down. Duh. I thought I'd put some good thought into that and all. What I did is I coloured them all and then put them in place, and I'm not keep picking it up. So do you know what? Let's just do that. It's quicker. Doesn't matter if you have more ink in the bottom, it's going to be covered up. It's great that we can use different panels as well. I think that's what made me start it in the first place. Like I say, I did it with one and it worked. It's okay, but it's not as good as the one that I did with two. Like I say, you could use pink here or purple, but it needed that impact, which you get from black. Bling wise, I don't know. I will think about that after. What I do want to make sure is that the scrap, which is what it is the star of the show. I do like that blue writing on that blue panel. And that's just your normal everyday panels. That gives me ideas. It gets your mind working, doesn't it? I know it won't be Saturday when this goes out, but what you guys up to today? It's a lovely day and all. This is our day before going on our first dog walk, you know, to the farmer's field. So you'll have already heard about that by now. So I'm hoping that goes well tomorrow. We had the most horrendous night well, I did, with Lolly last night. When I told you about the 3 boys that got killed by a speeding car, we've got a working man's club right across from us. Well, a couple of streets up. And apparently they used to go in there. So last night they did a huge, and I mean huge, firework display. I've never heard bangs as loud. And they do them here all the time. When there's a funeral on or out, they all go to this club. Obviously it's cheap booze, isn't it? A working man's club. So they all go there and do fireworks after. But I've never heard any as loud. And Lolly was a right mess. She just wouldn't settle, even after they stopped. Give them the due, the guys. They set them off and that were it. Sometimes they set them off and they're going for like an hour and a half. These must have only been 20 minutes. But I've never heard out like it. I didn't even know you could buy fireworks. I thought they'd stopped it. Just shows what I know, doesn't it? I'm so naive. I know I am. That looks like a tie. Yeah, I'm very naive. I haven't led a sheltered life, but I sort of do now. Whereas shutting myself off from everybody and everything. Too much bad news, isn't there? And I don't feel like I'm missing out on it. If it was of importance, Andy or kids would tell me. Andy sees news at work, so he didn't have a choice. The telly's just on. He wouldn't dream of putting it on at home. Saying that, I think I've done the same to kids. They won't watch news either. Too much horrible stuff going on in the world. I think I've got that mindset that if I don't listen to it, then it's not happening, which is quite ignorant, really. You really should know what's going on in your own country. That's another thing that I put news on, and it's never about our country anyway. We just seem to get involved in things that aren't out to do with us, but I'm going to leave that one there because that just turns to politics then. I don't do politics. I don't do a lot about, do I? I craft. I make videos for you guys. That's enough for me. Right, we're going to do the same with others, but let's just stick these down. So we do know the next piece goes to this one. Again, it is hard to see it on black. You know, getting this line straight across here. So in that sense, a lighter one would be better. But like I said, I'm going to cut it down if I have to. So you're taking the next one on again. Oh, them colours really are nice together. I'm going to have to clean my hands. Oh, that's clever. I don't know where the wipes are. I've just had them in my hand and all. Don't know, but it's spreading. Just wipe them on my pants. That's for this one. Then it will be, yeah, because I'm getting confusing myself here. That one, that one, that one, that one. There. Then the big tie goes on the end. See how much space there is on end there? That's why we have to cut them down. You forget how much you get round your matting layer. Then we are going, I think this one. Looks right to me. So that means that one. Just make sure that's straightish. And this one, so they go together dead easy once you've done the colour. Now then, is it that one? So it will be that one. And then it will be the bottom. Oh, I've gone on a right wonky curve there somewhere. Yeah, I really like these together. That turned out a lot nicer than I thought it was going to do. So, we'll cut them in a minute. Let's quickly do these panels because we need to do them both. Time's good. Put it on the wrong side. No, I didn't. That will do. Let's ink them up. Again, this might come as a bit of a shocker, but we're still going for it. Here goes. I'm going to try not to put as much on. I think I'm more bothered about touching the middle here. That stamp looked really good, just using the Versamat. You can get quite a few cards, can't you, out of, oh come on, I'm putting my DNA all over it. I will do white splatter. I need to clean my hands. Oh, I found them. Right where I looked. I'll just keep this outside of me and I can keep wiping off if I get dirty. Just wipe my hands on my pants. That's where all your dog hair comes from. Just carry on. Oh, it feels better already. Now then, that's a difference and all. This paper that I'm using on this one is really thin. Oh, it's the same as other. And that coloured one is watercolour, so there's a big difference in your thickness there. But I think it is on them blue ones we've just done as well. I just didn't click. Onto the tie. I'm coming up this afternoon once we've bought the doggies, as soon as I finish this. I like a Saturday afternoon. Andy sits downstairs with doggies. I come up and prep for live if it's an early, but tomorrow will be a late. It might not be, depending on what day this is, but tomorrow is, and I get all day, all this afternoon to come up and prep for it. But I've nearly prepped, so I just get to play instead, which is great. Oh, look, I put a 8:30 mark on that one. Well, I'm going to white splat, I think, purely because of that. The other two that I've done this morning, I have splat them, and I liked them, but I was going to see what they look like without. But it looks like I'm going to have to anyway. That's okay. We know I like to splat. I'm putting them there. I find it harder to do these flimsy ones. Watercolour ones are a lot easier to edge, if that's what we want to call it. Okay. Yeah, I feel like you're getting a twofer, aren't you, with this? There we go. Straight onto this. Oh yeah, it's because it's easier to hold. Doesn't mean I'm not going to get my DNA everywhere. I will put them. Now I've really mixed them up. That's so much quicker. That one there. I think you're going to be the next. You have no idea what order they're going. Oh well. Should be fun then, shouldn't it? And we'll just do them in any order then. I hope you'll have a go at this. And the other things that I've got planned for the panels that we have spare. Got some good ideas. Ready. I always think it's a waste. I sometimes send box to my sister, my little sister, with all the panels and stuff in. So I don't know, most of you know, she's mentally handicapped, is my sister. So everything's a challenge. She's in her 50s, but sometimes has the mental age of a 6-year-old, depending what it is. So she appreciates all stuff like this. And she loves to craft. I just don't get to see her anymore. But that's another story again. I still send it though. Right, and we are done. Told you they were quicker. Perfect. Right, we've done with all that. Oh, my wrist is absolutely killing. So I know I'm going to put them sideways. I know that was the first one here. This time I'm going to move it out a bit, thinking on where my panel goes. I'll probably be still far out. So that's my first one down there. I know that's my first one there. Like I say, once you've got that first one down, it's easy if you know which panel's coming next. I think it's this one for you. Nope, it's not, you know. It's this one. Yep, that's the one. Ooh, I like them together. Please be the right panel. So that will be this one. Perfect. Then that will be this one, I think. Yep. So that's that one now. You see what I mean? Once you've got them done, if you think you're going to struggle, just keep them in order and you're away. Then I know it's the tie anyway. We'll call it the tie. And you just button it right up to the one before it. I have no idea if that one's straight. Like I say, I can't see that far away. Gosh, my eyes are so bad. Now then, this is where I got a bit. I think it's you, isn't it? Which tells me that it's you. I can't see. Oh, that were good. Then it's you. To say I can't see, I'm not doing bad there. Which one is that? It's that one. Put it right up to that. Then it's that one. And the bottom one. Then it's that one. Don't know what I think of it now. Definitely want to splatter it anyway. Right, like I say, don't worry about how dirty it looks there. That's not a problem. Just gonna give that a wipe. I'm gonna move them to the side while we give that a wipe. It's amazing how mucky that gets. Right, so let me just... Now, sentiment, we're going very simple. Like I say, I wanted the panels to be the star of the show. While we're doing that, I'll tell you what, I'll use my box. I use my splatter box. Might as well do this bit now. I'll tell you what. I'm going to cut them so they've got the same amount of black round. So it's just a little trim all the way around. It's got sticky on it, so it's sticking to my... Yeah, that definitely wanted evening out. I've took a bit more off this than I think I would normally, because I took the sticky right up to the outside, you know, the tape, you can really see it, and it will rub out though, you will be able to rub it off, but that's easier. That's one. I'll just take it straight off. Nice and easy. At least I know when my panel goes on, it's going on straight then. Same with these. Look how much there is at that side compared to that side. So that wants a fair chunk taken off that side. Even more. It's really, that's really on a wonk is that, but do you know what? We're going with it. Doesn't help when your eyesight's not the best, does it? Still try. Definitely a load off that. And I think that one looks fine to me now. So I'm going to give them a quick splat. So yeah, the writing is definitely upside down. So they are going to have their logo there. And these will have the logo there. Logo, sentiment. So I want my bleed proof. And I'm literally just going to put a little bit in the lid. She says. With a bit of water. And give it a this looks like, it reminds me of a circus. I want to cover that up there. There you go. Right, while we do the tag, I'm going to leave them to dry a minute because I don't really want to put heat on them. It will lift from the temporary tape. So let's do the sentiment. So I want 4 tags cut out. Now it's up to you how you want to put your sentiment on. This is how I want to put mine on. So I'm going to use a piece of Nina Classic Crest because that's the card panel we're putting down. And this is Card Deco Fishtail label. And I'm using this one. And I want 4. I ain't going to get 4 out of there, I don't think. But I've got some more Nina scrap. So let's just cut this out 4 times. This is the mini version of my die cutter. Yeah, that's the right word. I'm just looking, that looks dirty. No, I was wondering if I could get 2 out of each panel, but I can't. No, it's not going to work. 1, well, I can get 1 there, that'll be clean then. 2, like I say, I'm keeping it simple because I want the scraps to be the star of the show. It's not often you're going to hear that, is it? The scraps are the star of the show. There we go. Like I say, I only planned on doing 2, but we've done them now. that done. That's that done. Right, sentiment. We are going to use, now then, oh, I think I am. I use this Hello from Hero Arts, and I think I might put, let me just see if this Hello Spring fits. I don't think Hello Spring's the right sentiment, is it? No, let's just go with the Hello. And then we're just keeping it straightforward, aren't we? Got Happy Spring. Oh, I think that's too big. That looks nice. But I don't send spring cards, do you? I don't think I've put spring on them, but I've sent them as birthday cards. I don't think a birthday card has to say happy birthday. Just my opinion. It's got a great big air through it. Let's hope this stamps. That's one. Two. Three. Might all be the same sentiment, but the cards are all different. Four. Perfect. There you go. That's finished with. It's another set I've never used, and I've just got it out to use the sentiment. So, I want a piece of copy paper because I know that table's filthy. I've got 4 bases. Oh, I did 4 bases. And I'm folding this way for a change. 1. Sorry it's a long video. 2. But I know most of you prefer long ones anyway. And hopefully you've learned that you can do something different with your scraps. 3. I definitely think the black gives the impact, which I think it needs. 4. Right, let's do these. So, oh no, I need to do 2 more of them. I'm doing, is that the right card? I've got to do 2 upside down, haven't I? 1 second. Sorry about that. Stick with me. It's not all bad. So I can use the same tag. I just have to stamp it that way around, don't I? Why does it make me think that it's more a man's card when that's done upside down? That's odd. Now we're done. Now that's filthy. See, I just wanted to play with my machine again, that's all. I didn't want to pre-do any because I knew it wasn't a long video. No airs. Right, upside down, Heidi. I'll do. That's okay, we've got 2 extras as well then. I'll do. I'll put that away after. Let's put it together now. So I'm going to glue the panel down. All you're doing now is sticking on your sentiment. Glue it down. I really, really like this one. I'm happy with the splats as well. Really happy with that. I am going to do the sentiment on foam. Let's go there. And let's go there. I bet I've made it filthy, haven't I? Not bad. Let's just do 2. And a bit quicker, isn't it? And a bit. Obviously, I would take more time in this bit, but time's precious, and I've already kept you ages already. Last little bit. There we go. There we go, all done. So let's take this one, we are that way around. I feel really bad keeping you, but I know most of you say, no, it's fine, it's fine. So it's fine, isn't it? So I'm going to put that one right in, so we've still got the black line around that, because I was going to go round this in black, but I thought I didn't need it. That's gorgeous. I am happy with that upside down. In fact, I think it looks better than the normal way. Oh. So then we want the other. We'll come back to that in a minute. I'm going to temporarily stick these down because I need them for my photos anyway after. All that air is because it's in this box here at side. I'm really pleased with what I can do with my scraps. That way up. Perfect. Like I say, bling wise, I don't know yet. Loving that hint of pink in there. Let me stick this one down. And then we'll just do the last two right quick. Oh, look at that. Just do the last two. I've got a base missing. Oh, it's there. So these are the bright ones. I think bling may just take over and spoil it a bit. I'm definitely glad that that other one ended up upside down, because I would not have thought to use the fishtail that way around, and I love it. I absolutely love it. Put that one on. Same thing. See, that one looks like it could do with some bling, and yet the blue ones don't. Last one. Then I'll show you the others that I did. I only did 2. So you can go then. Go and have a go. Get your scraps out, or stop throwing them away. Just make a box. And we can keep doing videos of what shall we do with the scraps next. That's a good idea, that. Really don't like that mark there, but like I say, I can bling these ones and just see how they turn out. I mean, you might even just want to put a piece of bling there and put a big sentiment on. Why is it not sticking there? And the last one. So when I take photos now, I put a photo of the other 2 up and all that I did, and then you've got a reminder then of what you can do. Right, there you go. Those are your 2 pinky coloured ones. Let's get rid of this. Those are your 2 pinky coloured ones, opposites. These are your blues, opposites. These are gorgeous, and I much prefer it that way. This is one where I said it's just a single. So I've done the cutting just the same, only I've put it back together. So that's an option. And then this one, remember these 2? This is exactly what I did with it. And I think it actually looks really stunning. Wants a bit of glue under there. Yeah, it does. I absolutely love this one. So look how different they look. You remember what that looked like? That was just that pale panel. Look what a difference it makes. I think that's the thing here. This one doesn't stand out enough. Maybe I should have done it in pink. But anyway, there you go. Those are your options. Love this. So I'm going to go now because I've kept you far too long. I'm going to take the photos and I'm going to take my babies out. And I will catch you on the next one. Thanks ever so much for being here. Love you guys. Bye.